for a sure entry into the semifinals.
As the lead of Army starting to grow.
They managed to do was just to ensure that they were efficient. They were able to distribute their plays quite well.
And everyone helped each other, and it's just the eagerness to win talaga.
Army team that has been confident getting great wins in the past couple of games.
So it was a complete effort from the whole Army Lady Troopers.
Bunag. Yes! That's all we need, and it's over!
Isa rin lang naman yung gusto namin puntahan, gusto namin manalo.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our officials for this match. First referee, Bobby Celso, national referee. Our second referee is Angelo Howe, national referee. And now let's meet the starters. First, for the PLDT high-speed hitters. Middle blocker from De La Salle University, number 3, Mika Reyes. Outside spiker from the Ateneo de Manila University, number 4, Jules Samonte. Opposite hitter from the Far Eastern University, number 10, Chin Basas. Center from the University of Santo Tomas, number 12, team captain, Rhea Di Maculangan. Middle blocker from the University of St. La Salle, number 13, Del Palomata. Outside spiker from Central Philippines University, number 17, Fiola Ceballos. Starting libero from the University of the East, number 8, Kat Arado. Head coach for PLDT is George Pascua. And now the starters for Army Black Mamba Energy Drink. Center from the National University, number 4, Private Ivy Perez. Middle blocker from the University of Santo Tomas, number 5, Private Ging Balse. Sergeant Ging Balse. Opposite hitter from Central Philippines University, number 18, Captain Sergeant Jovelin Gonzaga. Opposite hitter from De La Salle University, number 13, Mitch Morente. Outside spiker from the University of Perpetual Help, number 15, Corporal Royce Tubino. Middle blocker from the Far Eastern University, number 21, Private Jeanette Villarreal. Starting libero from Rizal Technological University, number 10, Sergeant Angela Nunag. Head coach for Army is Staff Sergeant Emilio Kung Fu Reyes. This game is held under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board.
You're looking at the starting lineup of the high-speed hitters. Mika Reyes coming off a 14-point performance. Fiola Ceballos with 13. They are the two players in double digits for PLDT as they beat Signal over the weekend. In the meantime, the big shakeup for Coach Kung Reyes. No Esguerra. Balse will be in the starting lineup. No Audrey Paran Morente will be in the starting lineup. And no Nene Bautista. Jeanette Villarreal is in the starting lineup. Royce Tubino also in the starting lineup for Army as well. How big of a change is this? With at least 3 players new in the 6, woman lineup of the Lady Troopers.
Of course, Team Army, as we know, they are full of veterans sa kanilang team. And Balse playing for the middle blocker position. Medyo maninibago itong team nila. Pero ito ang original position ni Balse Pabayo. So we are expecting her to contribute as much as the others middle blockers of the Army for this game.
Mika Reyes with the first point of the high-speed hitters in the opening set. Welcome to the semifinals, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big deal for PLDT, their first semifinals after missing it were ranked 5th and 6th, respectively, in the last two conferences of the PVL. Samonte is rejected. She picks it up. Basas, that's going to be a setting violation. Double contact.
Chin Basas. That was a double contact. The referee saw the spin on that toss. Of course, medyo nagmamadali at malamig pa itong ating players. Of course, the first game of our semi-final round, bigil ang lahat na manalo.
Mika Reyes. Gonzaga. It's picked up by Ceballos. Here comes Samonte. Off the block.
Wow. Jules Samonte, one of the more consistent players for this PLDT squad. Napakalaking addition for Coach George Maswa. Of course, consistently double-digit performances yung pinakita niya sa atin, at least in the preliminary round. So we are expecting a lot from her today. Of course, this is the semi-final round, and Jules has improved tremendously over the past few months.
Morente. Off the blockers, Mitch Morente was not part of the starting lineup. She came off the bench over the weekend because she was just recovering from health and safety protocols.
This is what we miss from the place of Michelle Morente for Team Army.
Morente did not score in their loss against Creamline as Mika Reyes with her second point of the opening set.
Mika Reyes, no, we're talking about consistency, Eric, and this girl has showed us time and time again in this invitational conference that she can contribute in her own ways, and she is the #1 blocker in the tournament so far.
Coming off a 2-block performance along with her 14 points. Cut shot for Gonzaga, picked up by Basas, underhand set by Ceballos, back to Basas, and Basas will score.
Chin Basas.
Let's go to Alexis Tinsay.
For volleyball superstar Jovelyn Gonzaga, sinabi niya na worth it lahat ng sinakripisyo nila dahil nakarating sila kung saan nila ginagol makarating. And given her full commitment to the PVL Invitational Conference, Jovs decided not to play for the Beach Volleyball Republic. With the Lady Troopers entering the semis, she feels like she's made the right decision. Proud of training their young guns, the veterans are honing the juniors' confidence and improving their stability under pressure. With their successful plays, the arena serves as a training ground for the future Lady Troopers, who will serve not only their countrymen but serve the ball and generate aces in the next coming conferences as well. Let's go back to set 1.
All right, thank you, Alexis. Palomata with her first point.
Del Palomata, this time using drop balls ngayong conferences and a lot of angled hits from her. Perks of being a part of the women's national volleyball team.
And also a perk of being 6'3".
Yes.
7-point performance for Palomata in the win versus Signal. Here's Morente. Blocked by Palomata. Villarreal to her former teammate Basas. Cut shot. Excellent dig by Nunag. Morente. Longest rally so far in the opening set. Back row attack. Rejected by Villarreal. Here comes Ceballos. Oh, great defense at the net by Army. Palomata, former Lady Trooper. Ceballos with a tip. And Gonzaga unable to get it back in play.
A few blocks from the Army Mamba Troopers. Kaya nag-decide itong si Ceballos to just drop the ball. Gonzaga was there. She was just a bit late for that dig.
Chinbasas out of Tacloban. 8-point performance and 2 aces in the win versus Signal. There's the 1-2 play by Ivy Perez.
First of the day for Ivy Perez. Of course, she is one of the attacking setters of this conference. There was one game, she scored 11 points and 7 of those 11 points came from her 1-2 attacks. Maraming makikita na 1-2 plays ang ating fans today sa Army, especially from Ivy Perez.
Mitch Morente serves into the net.
Mitch Morente trying to control her serve for now, no?
Yep.
Trying to test her range. First set pa lang naman tayo, and this is going to be a 5-set game. First to 3.
Service ace for Viola Ceballos. That sends us to our first technical timeout. PLDT on top 8-4 against Army in the opening set. There's Sports Vision President Ricky Palu on the right of your screens. And right beside him is Rhea Navarro of the PVL. Palomata trying to put it away. Here comes Tubino. Palomata with the tip. Perez on a 1-2 play. She's rejected. Nunag will play setter. Tubino again. Cross court. It's outside.
Yeah, that's too wide for Royce Tubino. Del Palomata and Rhea de Macolangan already there for the two-woman block. Iniwas niya yung kanyang open hit because earlier she's been blocked a couple of times. She has to find her ways to score for today's match against the PLDT high-speed hitters, Eric.
Samonte cross court. Nunag picking it up. 5-point lead for PLDT right now. Tubino knocks it in.
Right on cue, Royce Tubino. Binadaan dun sa smaller blocker ng PLDT in Rhea de Macolangan. Pero Rhea de Macolangan is also not that small.
Yeah,
She's a very tall setter for PLDT.
I believe 5'7" is Rhea de Macolangan. 5 serving 9, a 4-point deficit against the Lady Troopers. Former FEU Lady Tamarao, Jeanette Villarreal with a serve. Combination play picked up by Villarreal. Tubino has the hot hand and knocks it in once again. Back-to-back points for Tubino.
He is hot. Back-to-back points for Royce Tubino. This time around challenging Del Palomata's block. Let's take a look at that replay. Doon talaga kay Del Palomata. That's the higher hand of Del Palomata. Challenging her block.
10 points for Tubino off the bench in their loss against Creamline. Underhand set here for Di Maculangan. Back row for Ceballos, picked up by Villarreal. Oh, there's a huge attack by Pause, her first point.
That's what I was saying earlier, Eric. Papayo's original position is the middle blocker position. Of course, dyan siya mas komportable, no? And I think dyan siya mas makakontribute for Team Army, especially in today's game against PLDT.
This is now a 3-point run for the Lady Troopers. Arado with the pickup. Single lady block by Tubino against her former teammate Palomata. Tubino has 3 points, leading the way for the Lady Troopers.
Wow. 3 of the last 4 points coming from Royce Tubino. 2 attacks. And just now, single block against Del Palomata. She is fired up.
And from being down 5, Army is within 1. 8 serving 9. Samonte, chance to tie now. Perez sets it up. Tubino ties the game up. Royce Tubino, 4 points, and we're tied at 9-ish.
Wow, Royce Tubino. Pinapakita niya yung sinabi niya sa atin kanina sa interview, no? She wants Team Army to take this round 1 game at a time, 1 point at a time. Mukhang bumabawi itong si Royce Tubino from that last game na natalo sila doon sa preliminary round.
Good receive there by Arado, and Palomata puts it away.
That's the angled hit that I've been talking about, no? Yung mga isa sa natutunan ni Del Palomata in the past few months. Going for that long zone 1 be quick hit.
PLDT back on top by 1, 10 serving 9. Oh. Could have been out, but it was iffy. Mitch Morente picks it up, and that's an ace for Palomata. Back to a 2-point lead for the high-speed hitters.
There's a miscommunication between Mitch Morente and Jov Gonzaga.
And you can see Morente saying, she was asking, out na?
And Nene Bautista's on the court for the first time in this game.
Mika Reyes picking it up. Nunag will set it. Tubino outside.
No complaints there from Royce Tubino. She knew she overtook that open hit. Of course, kailangan din niya i-vary yung attacks niya, no? She was going for that down-the-line hit, and earlier, marami siyang offense na napuntos na malakas. And this time, alam niya na kailangan i-vary yung attacks niya in today's game.
Balse, yes! Balse very aggressive here in the opening set. Is
just like that, Eric, no? Going for an off-the-block hit. Nakita niya there's a gap between Samonte and Mika Reyes in her comfort zone. Balse Pabayo in today's match.
Perez, 13 excellent sets, 3 points. In the loss against Creamline, service error for Ivy Perez.
Only a 3-point lead here for the PLDT high-speed hitters. Kayang-kaya pang habulin ito. We're just in the first set, and Army is playing good so far.
Di Makulangan taking her time. Team captain. Papayo or Balse with a hit. Samonte. Nunag picking it up. Here's Perez. A tip by Gonzaga. There's a net touch going to be called against PLDT.
Net violation called against Samonte. Sayang because Viray was already there for the dig. Ayun, pagbaba ni Samonte.
11 serving 13. Oh, what a low set there for Mika Reyes. And she puts it through.
Nagawan pa rin ng paraan. Talking about Mika Reyes.
Reyes with 3 points. Here's Jules Samonte. Just 9 points for Jules in the win versus Signal. Papayo becoming a wing spiker. Bautista off the bench today. What a great save by Viray. A tip by Reyes. Perez goes back to Balse. Viray with a dig. Wait a minute. It's going to be double contact against Samonte.
Yeah, that's the right call, Eric. Samonte's feet were a bit off that set, causing that double violation contact.
I'm sure, Ish, after you said that, a lot of viewers wondering what does the feet have to do with the way you set the ball?
A lot, actually. We have the proper way of setting, and of course, you have to point your feet doon sa target mo. And
okay,
if wala ka dun sa target na gusto mo papuntahan ng set mo, yung contact ng double violation, mas malaki yung chance kapag hindi proper yung form.
Take a look at Gonzaga with a powerful kill right there.
Coming from an off-system play, nagawan pa rin ng paraan. That's the beach volleyball smarts for
Bautista blocked. Gonzaga again. Basas.
wow. What a great set from Rhea de Maculangan. He was running for that ball towards the open pin. Binalik kay Chinchin Basas to the opposite pin. And of course, late na itong si Villarreal for that block. Chinchin Basas doing justice with that excellent set from Rhea de Maculangan.
But despite the highlights, only a 2-point lead here for PLDT. Combination play. Oh, Gonzaga once again. Jovelyn Gonzaga with 2 points, but spectacular highlights.
What a great combination play. Look at that. Jovelyn Gonzaga. Pounding it. Derecho sa floor eh. Her performance so far in this conference, leading the team, not just in offense, Eric,
Exactly.
but in defense as well. Napakalaking tulong.
That's in. Palomata aiming for the back line. Tubino stepped away from the ball, and it's a 2-point advantage once again for PLDT. 16-14 as we get to our second technical timeout. Back here at the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center as we kick off the semifinals between 6 teams, 4 local, 2 foreign teams. Ivy Perez with another 1-2 play.
That's the second of the game for Ivy Perez. Dalawa na kagad to for Ivy Perez. She's gotten so comfortable doing that, no? This invitational conference talking about Ivy Perez.
Oh! Fiona Ceballos with her 3rd point.
Ceballos using and challenging the block of Team Army. Again, there's a bit of a seam between Perez and Villarreal. Smart enough to look for that seam. Thinking about Ceballos.
Good receive by Bautista. Villarreal, oh, but what a dig by Ceballos. And an easy put away by Tubino, who's playing excellent volleyball today.
Nasa first set pa lang tayo, pero Royce Tubino, siyang mainit na mainit so far for this Team Army.
5 points already for Tubino, leading all scorers for both teams. Villarreal will step out to former Tigress Jem Gutierrez in the game for the first time. She came off the bench against Streamline but did not score. Good pass there by Arado. Bautista, Tubino. Off the block, and it hits the antenna point for Army.
Royce Tubino tying this first set once again. This time, off the block hit. Coach George Pasqua arguing there's a violation called, oh, that's what he's asking about.
Samonte, yes!
Pero binawi kagad ni Jules Samonte. Calling Coach George Pasqua on the sideline. Back to a 1-point lead here.
Del Palomata. 4 points. Perez. Oh, what a game Balse has been playing today.
I called it. And Balse Pabayo back to her natural habitat. Talking about the middle blocker position. Her very well-known quick spikes from her UST days.
And the game is tied again at 18. What patient volleyball Army's been playing so far. Samonte, Nunag with a pass. Gonzaga with a kill, and Army is on top by 1.
Wow, Jovel Gonzaga. You were right, no, Eric. Patient volleyball for Team Army.
They were down by as many as 5 earlier, but they just played their brand of volleyball and got themselves back in the game. Timeout here by Coach George Pascua. We'll listen in.
Pumipensa na nandito, kaysa nandito ka, para kuha mo yun. Sa maliwanag. Ayaw nyo kasing bumalik sa base eh. Tapos pag dumidepensa kayo, nakabuka ka kayo, paano kayo makakuha ng mga drop ball? Mag-split lang kayo, pagkukunin nyo na yung bola. Pero wala pang bola, athletic stance lang muna tayo, naintindihan? Then, follow ng down. Pagpahabol itong pivot block, follow ng down the line. Kuha na kayo rito, kuha na kayo dito. Sa cross court, ha? Pagmali ka, combination ka. PLDT. Together! Sama na tayo.
A 5-2 run as you look at Jeanette Panaga on your screens.
Forrest. Happy birthday to Jeanette Panaga. Of course, enjoying the first game of the semi-final round of this Invitational Conference. May onting scouting na rin for sure, Eric.
Oh, she was here as early as 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Gonzaga. That's a block touch. Mika Reyes will score.
That's the one-on-one that we're gonna have to take a look at today's game, Eric. Balse versus Reyes. So far, mainit itong dalawang middle blockers natin for both teams, no?
That's right. 19 all. A really tight ball game. And you can really feel the semi-final vibe. There's a push by Tubino. Over-received. Almost a put away there by Balse. Samonte. Oh, yes!
The variation of the hits from Jules Samonte. Look at that. Wala na siya sa position eh.
Yeah.
He found a way to score a point, and that's the growth that her teammates and Coach George Pascua are looking, and it's been paying off for them.
1 point lead for the high-speed hitters. Again, Balse. That's going to be her 4th point.
Against 2 blockers, Balse really playing her A game so far.
Remember, Balse scored 4 points in the 3-set loss against Creamline. Today she has 4, and we're just in set number 1. Basas. That is on the line, right in front of Coach Kung Fu Reyes too.
That's a clean hit from Chin Basas off of an off-system play. What a set from Rhea de Maculangan.
1 point game. 21 serving 20. And PLDT obviously looking to pad up this slim advantage in the opening set. Just outside by an inch, maybe.
Nunag calling it right at the last second. Sayang, because maaari na lumamang yung PLDT with that serve, no? Pero they gave it away, and we're tied again at 21-21 in this set. Number 1.
That's right. Oh, poor receive there by Samonte. And it's a chance ball for Army. Perez, Gonzaga, picked up by Arado. Here comes Basas. Single lady block, no good. It goes outside of the hands of Bautista. Basas scores, and PLDT up by 1.
That's the set for you, Eric. Running again towards the... Look at that. Mika Reyes, the decoy, late na. Yung middle blocker ng Army for that opposite hit from Chinchin Basas. Oh!
Wow, back-to-back unforced errors.
That must hurt for Coach George Pasma, Eric.
We saw his reaction earlier on the previous service error, and obviously they gave away one again. Ooh, but Jovelyn Gonzaga gives it right back.
We're trading service errors. This latter part of set number 1.
A couple of new players for both teams. Sarah Jane Gonzalez and Joanne Bunag coming in for Army. Meanwhile, Wendy Ann Semana will check in along with Ellie Soyud for the high-speed hitters.
Tactical substitutions for both teams. Gusto nila full front line in this latter part. This opening set, we'll see kaninong substitution ang mag-work, no, for this set number 1.
Well, Bunag coming off a 2-point performance. Ellie Soyud only scored a point. Bautista. That's picked up by Samonte. Here comes Soyud with a push. Pancake saved by Nunag. Not good enough. And it is 2 set points for PLDT in the opening set.
Wendy and Semana again going for that opposite set. Walang malamig-malamig kay Ellie Soyud, contributing right away for the PLDT high-speed hitters.
Timeout Army will listen in.
Mag-stick kayo dun sa instruction kanina pa sinasabi. Sige ang atrasyo, wala namang pinapaalong ibabaw eh. Anong tendency? Gilid at saka drop ball. Yun lang naman namamatay sa atin eh. Lahat ng pinalong malakas, kuha natin. Stick kayo dun sa game plan natin. Sayang eh.
Isang ikot lang
Diba,
tayo.
oh?
Isa lang, isang ikot lang tayo.
Advantage tayo. Nagbigay tayo ng 3 spiker. I-maximize natin yung tao na yun yung mga tao natin sa loob. Isang paso lang ulit. Kailangan lang yan. Abulin natin yan.
Coach Kung Fu Reyes asking for 1 good reception. Trying to extend this set number 1 is the team Army Black Mamba. Let's see if... Oh, as I say that, Eric, a service ace.
Wendy Ann Semana, and you talked about that tactical substitution. Which one would be better? And there's your answer right there, Ish.
Obviously, Wendy and Semana and Ellie Soyud contributing at the tail end of that first set. 2 points for them, no? One
That's
for
right.
Ellie Soyud and 1 for Wendy and Semana. What a game for them.
A 3-point win in the opening set for the high-speed hitters against the Lady Troopers. This is the semifinals of the Invitational Conference. Take a look at highlights of set number 1, Ish.
dikit na dikit itong set number 1 natin, no, between these two teams. Nagkatalo tayo doon sa latter part. We saw 2 tactical substitutions from Coach George Pascua and Coach Kungfu Reyes. Pero nagkaroon ng errors itong Team Army sa service error, sa digging department. And of course, that last service ace from Wendy Simana, that gave it away. And of course, PLDT going away with that set number 1. What a great substitution for Coach George Pascua, the tail end of the first set. So you take a look at set number 1 statistics. 17 attack points for PLDT, 15 for Army. Blocks, isa nakuha ng Army. Walang block point itong PLDT. Service aces, 3 nakuha ng PLDT. No service aces for Team Army. Opponent errors, dikit din tayo. 5 ang binigay ng Army and 6 naman ang nabigay ng PLDT sa Team Army.
3 players with 4 points for the high-speed hitters. Mika Reyes is one of them. Chin Basas and Palomata. Meanwhile, as you look at Samonte, she has 3 points. Balse has 4, one of the leading scorers for Army. But Tubino has been a revelation as a starter today with 6 points, leading all Lady Troopers. And set number 2 just about to get underway at the Philoil Eco Oil Center. Here's Tubino, knocking that one outside to start things off.
Rare attacking error from Royce Tubino. Sabi nga natin, no, she has the hot hand for Team Army today. And we have to see more from her. And a lot of help para naman dito si Jovelyn Gonzaga hindi masyadong mahirapan.
That's right. Gonzaga with 3 points so far today. Perez on a 1-2 play. Again, her 3rd point of that strategy so far is
1-2 play, of course. This is what we expect from her. The number 1 attacking setter in this invitational conference. Talking about Ivy Perez. She's now at the service area. Tingnan natin kung ilang points ang makukuha ni Ivy today.
That's right. So far, 3 points. There's a push by Reyes. Pancake saved by Nunag. And a one-handed easy over by Tubino. Reyes again taking advantage of the defensive miscue of Army.
Wow. Nico Reyes and Drea de Macolangan have mastered that connection. Of course, the trust, no?
Yeah.
Of the setter in Rhea de Macolangan. Mika Reyes, no? Sinusuklian naman itong magagandang sets.
That's right.
Ni Rhea.
2 serving 1. Combination play there. Tubino, that's picked up by Samonte. Reyes will set it for Ceballos. Nunag unable to keep it alive.
Now we're talking about Mika Reyes and Jules Samonte and Rhea de Macolangan. But how about Ceballos, no? In this invitational conference. She's also one of the players in the whole conference. Not just the whole PLDT squad, no? That has improved a lot for her team.
Ceballos coming off a 13-point performance. Today she has 4 already. Nunag struggling with the receive and dig so far today. Gonzaga off-speed hit. Caught PLDT by surprise there defensively.
Dagdag na yan sa 85 points. Ni Jovelyn Gonzaga.
Tubino, 6 points, all scored in the opening set. What a serve. Reyes again. Oh, Reyes is feeling it. She has 6. Let's go to Alexis Tinsay.
We saw her shining last set when I got to speak with Mika Reyes, who scored 14 points last game, and asked her what she felt about PLDT entering the semifinals. She thought of this as an opportunity to fix their shortcomings and their lapses, which is training now on more on their service receives and also their minimizing errors. For the first part of the semis, Mika reminds the team not to underestimate their fellow local teams, as this is again back to 0. And later on, they'll focus on the foreign teams. Let's get back to set 2 as King Balse turns this service.
Thank you, Alexis. Service error from Mika Reyes. 1-point game. Nene Bautista ties it.
First point for Nene Bautista in this game. One of the veterans of the Team Army Lady Troopers. She started that game against Creamline.
Dreamline, that's right. Had 6 points. Today she's off the bench. And that was her first point of the match so far. Villarreal. Blocked by Ceballos. It falls in and a point for PLDT.
It's a bad judgment call. That time for Villarreal. She thought it was going out already.
It's right on the line.
It's right on the line.
Again, PLDT protecting a 1-point advantage. 5-4. Tip there by Gonzaga. And easy over by Samonte. Perez goes to Bautista. Oh, Bautista back-to-back points. And she once again ties the game.
Nene Bautista this time off the block. But also credit that point to Ivy Perez. Isolating Nene Bautista for that open hit.
Chance to take the lead for Army right now. Not a good pass from Samonte. Back row attack for Basas. That's outside, and Army is on top. 6-5.
So far, walang lumalayo sa game na to. The leads only ranging from 1, 2, and 3.
That's right. Ceballos. Ooh, what power from Viola Ceballos.
Over the course of this invitational conference, the power of the spikes etong si Viola Ceballos, kitang-kita natin with intention yung kanyang pagpalo. And that's what you get when you have Rhea de Maculangan as your main setter on the floor.
Palomata. Yeah, Di Maculangan really knows how to spread it around and engage the offense so that the opponent's defense is unable to read it.
Yeah, earlier we talked to Kat Arado in the pregame. She said na what did it for them is the chemistry and the cohesiveness this conference. And so far, so good. Yun yung nakikita natin, especially dito kay Rhea de Maculangan. We can see na gamay na natin yung mga sets niya. And of course, the connection between her and all of her spikers are already there.
Pancake save of Tubino. Doesn't pop up high enough. Jules Samonte will score and PLDT takes us to our first technical timeout, up by 1 over Army in the second set. The road to the PBA starts here. Save is not good enough for Samonte as Perez will score.
This time with a two-handed drop shot. That's the 4th in this game for Ivy Perez. The confidence of doing the 1-2 plays, no? Makikita natin in Ivy Perez in this conference.
Perez with 4 points already. Mika Reyes on a running attack. Tubino trying to go down the line. Basas was right there. Joust won by Di Maculangan. Gonzaga from the back row. Tubino saves it. Balse with the tip. Saved by Arado. Here comes Samonte. Perez goes back to Royce, and she nails it. Royce Tubino with her 7th point.
Wow. That ball went straight to the floor. An off-system play. Royce Tubino. The cross-court hit. Mainit. Ang dating ni Royce Tubino in this semi-final game.
A mini 2-point run for Army. They're back on top by 1. But Mika Reyes equalizes the game. 7 points now for Reyes.
Just as hot as Royce Tubino in this game. Grabe, the connection between her and Rhea Di Maculangan, just impeccable.
9-all. 30-year-old Rhea Di Maculangan with the serve. Tubino. Perez with coverage. Tubino. Combination play. Basas. What a dig there by Gonzaga. Here comes Tubino. Off speed. She puts it in. Wow, Tubino with 8 points.
And we're not yet at the halfway point of this set number 2. Already with 8 points. But what a dig. Jovelyn Gonzaga setting up that play for Royce Tubino. There's the number 3 digger of this conference. And hindi siya libero, Eric.
That's right. Good pass by Ceballos to Di Maculangan. Basas will score off the block.
We're tied again at 10, courtesy of that off the block hit. Chin Basas.
10-all. Samonte, who's moved from the middle blocker position to a wing spiker with PLDT.
Wow.
Gonzaga is rejected and it falls in. Mika Reyes with a great block.
Take a look at that replay. Payong na payong.
Mika Reyes now with 8 points. And PLDT back on top by 1. 11-10. Tubino. That's dug up by Di Maculangan. Basas. Bautista to Perez. And they go to Gonzaga. Tiray. An easy over by Di Maculangan. Let's see what Perez does. What a play there. Jovelyn Gonzaga goes to the middle. Tubino, cross court, outside.
Too much angle from Royce Tubino, but what a rally.
A timeout here called by Coach Kung Fu Reyes. As PLDT with a 2-point advantage midway through the second set.
Naisasave natin yung isang bola, pero yung sukasunod, kasi ang gulo-gulo ng pwesto natin. Wala na sa mga tamang lugar yung tao natin. Ngayon, pag nakakuha ng bola, hindi naman natin maibigay sa tamang ayos yung bola. Hanggat maaari, wag na natin, yung ginagawa mo na placement ng bola, namamatay naman eh. Wag yun na ikuha yung tendency na aasa lang tayo sa check ball. Hindi, di-discartan nyo na mailagay yung bola. Yung sa mga area na ma-recover man nila, hindi sila nakaka-atake ng bola. Kasi yung hindi nga nakakabalik kasi totally outside yung bola natin. Okay, taba. Huwag natin ipilit na umiscore agad. Ang tendency nag-e-error tayo eh. Wala kayo sa pwesto. Yung high risk, high reward, pag nasa pwesto kayo, upakan nyo, walang problema.
Coach Kung Fu Reyes, who himself just came out of health and safety protocols, and right away, as soon as he was telling the media, as soon as he got he calls it a diploma, his clearance. He called a practice because he knows that they were semifinals bound. He called a practice just to get the girls, you know, everything, the offense and defense back in order. Ooh, what a play there. She missed the first attempt, but Base, as soon as she landed on her feet, used the left hand and tipped it over.
That's experience for you. Look at that play. Medyo tumaas yung set eh. Hindi niya na naabot eh. But, right.
A veteran play there. As Tubino gets a service ace, 9 points for Tubino. Balse with 5. 2 straight points for Army, and they tie the game at 12.
Talagang lumalayo in this game so far, no? I wonder how many deadlocks ang meron na tayo in today's game.
It's just seems like a game of willpower today. Who wants it more? Oh, Ceballos gets help from the tape of the net and got the ball out of reach of Angela Nunez. PLDT back on top by 1.
An excellent set from Rhea de Bacolangan. Ceballos having a field day. Binabantayan na ng blockers ng Army. Ito si Mika Reyes eh. Nakakarami na kasi siya eh.
Well, you talked about, or you asked about deadlocks-ish. 9 deadlocks already here in set number 2, matching the number of deadlocks in the first set.
Dami. But again, a 2-point lead for PLDT high-speed hitters. Some miscommunication from the defenders of Arma Lady Troopers.
Well, a little run for Army, and then PLDT with their own 2-point run. Mika Reyes with a nice serve. Nene Bautista. Oh, miscue there. Dimakulangan let it go, knowing or thinking Samonte was picking it up. Jules Samonte just a split-second late.
Cardinal rule for centers, no? If it's not hard hit from the opponent, pwede nang umabante for the set. And of course, that's what Rhea expected from that play. Pero binawi kagad. Del Palomata off of that A-quick, the connection between the middles. Yun yung naging evident in today's game na napakaraming connections. Think about Rhea de Maculangan. Oh!
Service ace there for Chin Basas. 3-point advantage for PLDT, 16-13 over Army in the second set. The road to the PBA starts here. Tutukan ang PBA D-League Aspirants 2022 sa One Sports at PBA Rush. At gusto mo bang malaman ang latest happening sa sports? Dito lang tayo sa nag-iisang go-to tambayan ng lahat. Like, follow us on social media at One Sports PHL on all social media platforms. Basas with another ace. And it's all of a sudden-ish a 4-point advantage for the high-speed hitters. Bautista looking to put a stop to it. Not just yet. Then Palomata with an excellent defensive play.
The biggest lead of this game so far. 5 points ang lamang netong PLDT high-speed hitters. Del Palomata all over that hit. What a block from Del.
7 points for Palomata, and it's a 5-point advantage now for the high-speed hitters. Dip was a little strong, but Gonzaga still scores as Piray unable to get a good pass.
Crossing to that set was Jovelyn Gonzaga. The first ball was a bit off. That seems to be the hole for Team PLDT, no? The middle section of that defense area.
Gonzalez and Bunag back in the game for the Lady Troopers. Di Makulangan sends it to Ceballos. Fires one in. Ceballos with 8.
Wow. That's a clean hit from Viola Ceballos. Take a look at that. Mahaba. Pero may diin. Think about that open hit from Viola Ceballos.
Ceballos from the same college as Jovelyn Gonzaga, the Central Philippine University. Joanne Bunag into the net. That's 4 touches against Army.
PLDT pulling away in this set number 2.
This is the final timeout for Coach Kung Fu Reyes. We'll listen in.
Last time out yan, ha? Ganda ng dikit natin sa 12, pero nanganganak yung error natin, eh. Ay, tapos yung block natin, talon lang kayo ng talon sa block, hindi nyo nakikita yung bola, hindi nyo nakikita yung tao. Hindi binablock yung hangin. Literal, hangin talaga mablokin nyo. Ayaw nyo harangan yung tao, harang, tapat sa tao, tingin sa bola, talon. Yung 1, 2, 3, 4 natin, ginagawa yung 1, 2. Kaya bago paluin yung, yung bola, kayo pababa na. The worst, pinapacheck lang yung bola sa inyo.
Iangat natin, guys.
Coach Kung Fu asking his girls rather, to reorganize their block and of course minimize their errors kasi dun daw lumayo itong PLDT in this set number 2.
Ooh, take a look at Joanne Bunag. Had to reposition herself, but still got a kill. Her first point of the match.
The blockers of PLDT let that go. Of course, she's gonna have a field day. No blockers in front of her.
Single hand set by Di Makulangan. Tubino off the block of Rhea Di Makulangan. There is double contact.
There's a double contact called against Rhea Di Makulangan.
Dito ka lumak. Hinabol mo yung bola. Yun nga, dapat nakadikit ka sa net.
That she did not jump for that block, so that's counted as one legal touch. And then she set that ball, and that's the call.
Oh, it's service ace by Nene Bautista as PLDT was caught flat-footed. Coach George Pasqua will ask for a timeout.
Kunin nyo na. Kunin nyo na. Pasok ka doon para di ka matarget. Huwag na natin titignan ng bola. Dapat may managing set sa atin. Service na layo ng pinanggalingan eh. Diba? So kunin na natin. Hindi tatapat sa inyo ng server yan. Either short or long or left and right. So anticipate na natin yun. Diba? Let's go!
Here's the service ace by Nene Bautista. I don't know if PLDT was still trying to figure out how the double contact was called by first referee Bobby Celso. But anyway, important to note here, we have to say congratulations to George Pasqua, the new Adamson Falcons head coach. But kind of funny because Joanne Bunag, who's playing right now, is assistant coach of Tina Sala, who is the new head coach of Coach Pasqua's former team, right?
Yeah. Of course, there's a lot of history between these teams and these players and coaches. Pero Erica, what seems to be the problem for PLDT so far, no? Nakakapuntos itong Army doon sa defense nila in the middle section, be it on the service department or the off-speed hits nitong Army.
That's into the net for Tubino after the Heather Ginoo serve. Heather Ginoo in the game for the first time.
She was targeting that middle area. Nagkulang lang sa spin. The flick of the wrist ng si Royce Tubino.
There's Heather Ginoo. What a save by Angela Nunag. Easy over by Royce Tubino. Di Makulangan goes to Samonte, single blocker. She goes wide to the left.
Jules Samonte overcooking that hit. That was a single block coverage. supposed to be an automatic point for PLDT. They're back to a 4-point deficit. Mitch Morente now on the service line.
Only 1 point so far for Mitch Morente. He was part of the starting lineup today for the Lady Troopers. 4-point deficit against Army. That's a point for Mika Reyes, who now has 9 in the match.
What a performance so far for the #1 blocker of the league so far, Mika Reyes. 9 points already.
That's right. And a 5-point lead for the high-speed hitters.
Wow.
Not a good pass from Nene Bautista. Easy over by Angela Nunag. Chance to go to set point. Yes, they do. Mika Reyes in double digits. And this is going to be 6 set points for PLDT over Army.
Now that's the 1-2 play of PLDT today, Eric. That Rhea to Mika connection today on point. 10 points now for Mika Reyes and 18 excellent sets now for Rhea de Maculangan.
First player in double digits, Mika Reyes. Gonzalez goes to Bunag. Rejected. Gonzalez picking it up. Bunag tries again. Biray passes. Mika Reyes with a tip. Oh, and Army just out of sorts defensively today. Let that one go. At least 3 players were around the ball, but nobody picking it up, Ish.
Mika Reyes mid-air adjusting to that set, but still getting that point. 11 points for Mika Reyes in this game so far. What a performance for her.
A 7-point win in the second set for PLDT. They have a 2-0 lead over Army in this semifinal matchup. It's a 2-0 advantage for the high-speed hitters against the Lady Troopers. Take a look at their winnings so far, 25-22 and 25-18. Let's check highlights of set number 2. Ish.
That set number 2 went towards the way of the PLDT high-speed hitters. Up to 12, talagang dikit pa yung laban eh. Pero nag-pull away itong PLDT high-speed hitters with their good defense and their first ball receptions. Rhea de Maculangan having a field day. Pinagana niya lahat ng spikers niya, and especially Mika Reyes. I mentioned that's their 1-2 play today. Napakadaming puntos ni Mika Reyes off of that A-quick and that back quick. Very effective for them for today. As we take a look at set number 2 statistics, attack points, 15 for PLDT, only 11 for Team Army, 4 block points for PLDT high-speed hitters. Army not tallying a single block. Service aces were tied sa dalawa itong second set, no? Talagang doon lumayo yung PLDT high-speed hitters with their attacks and their blocking in that set number 2.
Mika Reyes with 11 points, Basas with 8, Ceballos with 8, and Palomata with 7. In the meantime, Gonzaga only managing 5 points so far. The leading scorer is Cubino, who is part of the starting lineup today with 9 points. Balse also in the starting lineup in the first set with 5 points. There's a push by Villarreal, picked up by Arado. Third set underway, and a point down the line by Jules Samonte, who has 5.
Jules Samonte, for special give the house. It's a down the line hit. Take a look at that replay. Jovelyn Gonzaga letting that block go.
PLDT on the board first here in the third set. For Army, I mean, there are no ifs and buts-ish. They have to win this in order to extend this match. Otherwise, they start the semifinals 0-1.
Every game counts in the semifinal round.
There are only 5 games. If you thought the preliminary round was quick as Mika Reyes gets another point off the block, this is going to be quicker, the semifinals, as we send it courtside to Alexis Tinsay.
Overwhelming and unbelievable. This is how double pointer Honey Royce Tubino describes their entry to the Final Four. All these years, Royce had aimed to enter the semis but failed to do so for the past few seasons. I asked her what's different this time around, and Royce said, dahil kompleto kami ngayon, dumoble yung lakas namin at willpower ipanalo yung mga game. For Army, they have to improve on their floor defense and coverage given PLDT has strong attackers. Let's find out if the Lady Troopers will get back on track and save a set for themselves this set 3.
I guess will have to be the battle cry for Army right now, and the word urgency as well. You heard Coach Kung Reyes. They're down 2-0, and a very one of the earliest timeouts I've ever seen so far in my volleyball coverage.
They're down 0-2 in this game. They have to wake up if they want to extend this to a set number 4 and possibly a set number 5 and steal this game away from PLDT. Sabi nga ni Alex, maraming powerful hitters itong PLDT. So marami silang babantayan. So they have to be on point on their defense, not just sa floor, no? Pero doon sa kanilang blocking. Na yun pa yung pinapoint out ni Coach Kung Fu since set number 1. Yeah.
Chinbasa scoring as her former teammate Villarreal unable to secure the block. And King Balse will check in for Villarreal. 3-1 start for PLDT against Army here in the third set. Jules Samonte so far a quiet 5 points. Back-to-back service errors, one from Dimaculangan, one from Samonte. And this is breathing a little bit of life into Army.
They cannot underestimate this team Army. Of course, their first time in the semifinals in the past few years. They're happy to be back. Oh, there's a call.
Unfortunately for Ging Balse, she serves outside. And she is recalled to the bench. Anes Guerra is in the game for Army. It's just outside for Balse. So a 2-point lead once again for PLDT. And Mika Reyes has been serving very well today, although she wasn't able to dig that. Tubino with 10 points, the first Lady Trooper in double digits.
Royce Tubino has been getting a lot of sets from Ivy Perez. And from what I've seen so far, no, set number 3 na tayo, Eric. It seems that the game plan of Coach George Pasco and Team PLDT today is to target Jov Gonzaga when they're serving, to take her out of the equation. Napakaraming sets na dito sa middle blockers ng Army and wala masyado na-convert. And of course, to Royce Tubino, she's converting a lot, pero they have to help Tubino if they want to win this set number 3 and of course this game against PLDT.
Esguerra is blocked. Tubino sends it over while she's laying down on the floor. Palomata kept alive by Gonzaga. Oh, Gonzaga, they sent it back to her and she was just getting up off the floor. Oh, Palomata once again to Gonzaga. And as good as Gonzaga is, she can't pick up everything and do offense as well.
Yeah. Their attacks and their services. Take a look at that. Halos lahat papunta dun sa area ni Jov Gonzaga. They are tiring Jov Gonzaga out in this game. They know how capable she is, and as much as possible, they want to take her out of the equation. And so far, that strategy for Coach George Pascua has worked for PLDT.
Joanne Bunag is back in the game. Another easy over for Gonzaga. Palomata, Perez picking it up. Nunag will play center. Gonzaga attacks. Ceballos. And Perez with the up. Here's a pass to Bunag. Samonte sends it over. Esguerra. Samonte with the dig. Basas sends it to Gonzaga. 1-2 play for Perez. And there's a... Oh, that's going to be a... They called an overreach. I think it was on Basas.
Take a look at that replay.
Oh, no.
Tough call. But the call against Dimakulangan was a back row violation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ceballos. Bunag with the up. Here comes Nene Bautista. Catarado to Ceballos once again. Esguerra will score.
Esguerra. That's the first clean hit we've seen from Esguerra in today's match. Targeting Chin Basas off of that B-quick.
First point for Esguerra in the match. She comes off the bench today. Catarado with a nice pass. Palomata. Almost a good save by Gonzaga. Gonzaga is earning every second she has on the floor today.
They are tiring her out while she's at the back.
Feels like she's on the floor more than she's standing.
Yes.
Just diving for digs and receives. And again, targeting her with a service. Ceballos will get an ace. She has 9 points. And this is a 3-point advantage for PLDT. 8-5 over Army in set number 3. It's the semifinals here at the Biloy Eco Oil Center. Let's go back to our Twitter question of the game. Who was your MVP of the preliminary round? Hashtag PVL Invitational 2022. And for Jay, the MVP for me in the preliminary round is Jovelyn Gonzaga, because not only does she contribute in offense and defense, but also she has the ability to lift the team spirit, and she's a natural leader that guides the team well inside the court. And Palomata will score.
My MVP is Mika Reyes. Iba talaga ang trust at connection nila ni Ate Reyes isa't isa. She defends the net so well, kaya naman she's the #1 blocker so far. She can contribute also sa digs when she's at the back. Hashtag PVL Invitational 2022. And lastly, from MJ Gianelli, my MVP is still Tots Carlos of Creamline Cool Smashers. Siya yung top scorer and top striker of the preliminary round. I really hope na makuha niya ang back-to-back MVP.
Fiola Ceballos with a service error, which is, these errors are what's keeping the Army within striking distance. Within 3 points, Anis Guerra set to serve. Esguerra only 1 point. She's coming off a 3-point performance. That save is short. Being Balse with 6 points.
Credit that point to Esguerra's serve. Nahirapan yung first ball nitong PLDT in that last play, giving an opportunity to Balse, getting that regalo.
Samonte drills that one in. Jules Samonte with 6 points.
Wow. Jules Samonte. Cross-court hit, but look at that set from Rhea de Maculangan. The receive was almost on the top of the tape of the net. Still saved that ball.
Great play by Samonte at the net. Nene Bautista. Here's Mika Reyes, over-received by Joanne Bunag. They go to Samonte, blocked this time by Perez. Overset, and Nene Bautista tips it and scores.
Rhea de Maculangan wasn't ready for that set from Del Palamata. Yun. That set was too tight for Rhea.
Ivy Perez with 4 points. And she has yet to score here in the third. Nice serve. Nice pass as well and received by Ceballos. There's a dig by Joanne Bunag. Nene Bautista. That's dug up by Basas. Samonte. What a dig by Arado. Samonte will try again. Perez. Gonzaga will play center. They go to Balse in the middle. Arado to Ceballos, back row, outside.
Great rally. Ceballos wasn't ready for that set. Trying for a placement shot. No go. Isa na lang ang kalamangan dito ng PLDT. Dumidikit na naman.
Chance to tie on the serve by Ivy Perez. Jules Samonte. Cross court, yes!
Jules Samonte off of that big pass set from Rhea de Maculangan. Look at that set. That wasn't a perfect reception, pero nagawan pa ng paraan ni Rhea de Maculangan and Jules Samonte. 24 excellent sets, Eric, for de Maculangan today.
What a performance, yeah. What a performance today for the team captain, Rhea de Maculangan. Giray will set it up for Basas. Nunag will save it. And free ball here for PLDT. Mika Reyes. And she puts it away.
Wow. Rhea de Maculangan acknowledging the hot hand of Mika Reyes, already with 12 points in this game. Only one blocker in Barce. Late pa yung pagtalon. Of course, that's a freebie for Mika Reyes.
Balse will sit down. Villarreal is back in the game. Gonzaga. That's dug up by Di Maculangan. Here comes Jules Samonte. Villarreal. Yes! First point.
Finally, Villarreal converting a quick set from Ivy Perez. Maraming napuntang sets itong si Ivy Perez. Sa quick, she's gambling and setting a lot of balls to her middle blockers.
Well, right now, Ivy Perez must do everything. She has to gamble and take a chance. Only set remaining for them to win. Otherwise, they're going to start the semifinals 0-1. Samonte. And Joanne Bunag with an off-speed hit, and she scores!
Joanne Bunag recognizing that big hole. Yun talaga yung butas ng PLDT in this game, no? That middle area couldn't defend properly.
Chance to tie for Army on the Nene Bautista serve. Samonte from the middle. Team Agno is in the game for the first time and unable to dig it up. Samonte with 8 now and back to a 2-point advantage for PLDT.
For Reyes, you can see the frustration from him. Again, we are at the 12-point mark. Doon din kanina lumayo eh. Ano sa number 2.
Over received by Angela Nunag and Yola Ceballos in double digits with 10 already, and it's a 3-point advantage for the high-speed hitters.
They have to stop this run right away, because that is what happened in that set number 2.
3 players in double digits already for the high-speed hitters. Reyes with 13, Palomata with 11, Ceballos with 10. Another over receive. Villarreal flying into the rescue. There's a chance ball for Army. Combination play. Gonzaga is rejected. Joanne Bunag rises. Samonte taking it up. And Mika Reyes is blocked. Ceballos with a dig. Ceballos will try and score. That's low. And Army gets a 3-point.
Good. Also, the part of Team Army, they didn't give up on that point. The errors so far of PLDT but giving this Team Army breath of life in this game.
12 serving 14, Jeanette Villarreal. Ceballos blocked by Gonzaga. Ceballos again. Perez. Gonzaga. That's a dig by Dimaculangan. Arado will set it up to Ceballos. Nene Bautista was right there. Villarreal from the back row. Mika Reyes. Longest rally so far of the set. Esguerra will score, and it's a 1-point game.
Esguerra converting that set to a point for Team Army. So look at that. A quick hit. Courtesy of Esguerra. We didn't see her start this game, Eric.
Came off the bench today. Army now looking to tie on the Villarreal serve. Mika Reyes with a dump. And it's back to a 2-point advantage. What a play for Rhea Dimaculangan.
Yeah, the middle blocker of Army did not read that set properly. He's doing a really good job. The setting department for Team PLDT.
And Mika Reyes talking to the media a couple of days ago saying we have to polish our movements and push harder because the next round, the semifinals, will be more challenging. And right now they're playing like they really polished every move they have. And Ceballos with a good pass to Basas. And Basas will score. Chin Basas takes us to our second technical timeout and restores a comfortable 3-point advantage to PLDT over Army in set number 3. PLDT putting themselves in a good position here, up by 3 points in the third set, while having a 2-3 6-0 advantage. Angela Nunag struggling with the receive today. And Anne Esguerra struggling to time it. Obviously, the ball coming from behind her. Much difficult move. And now it's a 4-point lead for PLDT. Coach Kung Fu Reyes already burned a timeout at 2-0 the start of the set. He doesn't want to burn one just yet. But there's concern all over his face, Ish.
Yeah, we're witnessing the same pattern that we saw in set number 2. But as I say that, Jovelyn Gonzaga, it's one of the few times we've seen her with a clean hit in this game against PLDT.
Gonzaga with her 6th point.
I'm interested to see how many sets Ivy Perez has given to her so far in this game, because PLDT has targeted her a lot in this game, both on defense and on the service line.
That's right. Substitution here, Miss Morente comes in, replacing Gonzaga, and Gonzalez coming in for Perez as well. Combination play, Basas, but what a dig by Bautista. Here comes Joanne Bunag. Samonte. Palomata, yes!
Again, Rhea de Maculangan distributing the ball properly. Si Del Palomata naman na nakita niya sa 8-week. Kanina it's Mika Reyes.
Now, 4 players in double digits for PLDT as Basas gets 10 points already. Wendy Ansemana returns along with Ellie Soyud for the high-speed hitters.
That's the proof, Eric, that Di Maculangan has played a very good game today. 4 players in double digits. It's very hard to do. Knowing hindi po tapos itong third set.
Mitch Morente scoring. Cross-court hit there for Morente. That's only her 2nd point of the game.
Now playing as a substitute together with Gonzalez. He's going to play as opposite in this rally.
Soyud. Parado to Ceballos with a tip. Morente picking it up. Gonzalez will set it for Bautista. And Bautista scores.
Team Army still in this, Eric. Only down by 2 points.
Back-to-back points by the Lady Troopers, and Coach George Pascual will burn another timeout.
Kulang natin eh, kasi doon
Hindi naman ibabaw yung si Nene eh. Bakit tinataasan yung block nyo? Di ba? Eh, dito lang, cross-court lang. Hindi nyo nandun sa cross-court. Kung ano wala, huwag muna kayo papasok kung wala pang contact. Basa nyo na. Yan. Kasi one good pass tayo, dito ulit. Then Wendy. Ikaw na pagpapalo ng tres, dito. Huwag papalo sa kamay. Ang laki ng space mo dito eh. Ha? Dito ang combination. Wendy.
Jovelyn Gonzaga has been doing a lot of digging, a lot of receiving today, which is why she's obviously struggling to score. Only 6 points for Gonzaga, but they are still in it, only down by 2 points here in the crucial 3rd set. Oh!
A rare error coming from Wendy Ansemana. Is one of the veteran setters that we have here in this conference. Ito na naman tayo, Eric. 1-point deficit for Team Army. Let's see if they come back in this set. Steal this away from PLDT. This is their chance, Eric.
Yep. This is as good a chance as any for Army right now. 1-2 play for Rhea de Maculangan, and the team captain will score her 2nd point.
The leadership of Rhea de Maculangan on full display today. She knows they're only leading by a point in this set number 3, and they want to close it out. Of course, one of the attacking setters, Rhea de Maculangan, playing at her best today.
Nene Bautista. Yes! Off-speed hit. Nene Bautista off the bench with 7 points.
Good recognition. Nene Bautista. Yan yung ginagawa ni John Bunag and Royce Cavino earlier. Looking for that midsection area. of the floor defense of PLDT. Marami sila na puntos doon.
Oh, that's on the line. The serve looked like it was going out. And Esguerra.
Don't look away, Eric.
Yep, we're tied at 19.
Wow, look at that serve. Just on the line, Eric.
From being down by 4 points, Army has tied it and are looking to take the lead here on a chance ball. Gonzalez, Bautista, Samonte with a dig. Back row attack, Ceballos. Gonzalez picking it up. Bautista again. Di Makulangan goes to Samonte this time. Down the line, Jules Samonte to the rescue. And PLDT back on top by 1.
What patience Jules Samonte has. Take a look at that. Down the line hit again. She's mastered that hit.
Samonte with 9 points. Mika Reyes is back. Heather Ginoo comes in for the serve. 1-2 play. Oh, Sarah Jane Gonzalez. Wow, that's a brave decision right there.
That is the definition of high risk, high reward, Eric. 2019 and you do that, you have 3 spikers in front, you drop the ball. Pero yun talaga yung butas ng PLDT. What are they going to do? They have to score points and Gonzalez saw that hole, contributed a point for Army.
Game is tied at 20. Oh, the serve. That will hurt Army for sure. That's a huge error. I know it's only 1 point, but at this juncture, Army put themselves down by 1.
Interesting rotation for Team Army. Jovelyn Gonzaga will play setter in this next point.
Here's Gonzaga. Sets it for Villarreal. Samonte. Di Makulangan. Goes to Basas. Cross court. Bautista. Kat Arado to Samonte. Angela Nunag with a one-handed save. Nere Bautista overhits the mark, and it's a 2-point advantage for PLDT.
Looks like the risk from Team Army did not pay off in that rally. They don't have a setter on the floor, Eric.
It's Gonzaga playing setter today, or at least right now.
I'm sure the strategy for Coach Kung Fu is to have 3 strong blockers in front for Team Army.
Gonzaga sends it to Bautista. Blocked. Gonzaga back to Nere. Blocked again. Excellent defense by PLDT. Back row, Joanne Budag. Arado to Mika Reyes. Nunag picking it up. 1-2 play there for Gonzaga. Basas, cross court, she scores! 3-point lead for PLDT.
They're now 2 points away from winning this game, Eric. Chinchin Basas off the block.
And this is the final timeout of Coach Kung Fu.
Lahat ng tao natin. Ilagay niyo lang si Job doon sa 1-2 play natin. Naintindihan? Yung tempo ng atake, walang problema doon sa atake. Ang problema yung pumapalo, hindi nyo ilugar na maayos yung bola natin. Ulitin natin, huwag tayo magbigay ng punto sa kabila. Nakuha, kaya naman namang set, naka-ready naman tayo sa mga ganyan sitwasyon. Ipesto mo lang yung katawan mo, Job, yung 1-2 play mo, yun ang gawin natin.
Well, we heard it is. The game plan is a 1-2 play for Jovelyn Gonzaga. How big of a gamble is that?
To pull that off, Eric, they have to have a perfect reception first. That's the key in this next play. And let's see if kakaroon sila ng magandang first ball.
Too strong. And an easy put away for Mika Reyes. And that's going to be 4 match points for PLDT.
Red Makulangan is very well known for her heavy serves, Eric. This is the gamble for Team Army. And so far, it hasn't paid off in this latter part of this third set, Eric.
Yeah, another poor first ball for Army. And Bautista, he's been blocked twice. Ceballos back row. Gonzaga to Bautista. Off the block, it's outside one. The match point saved. 3 more to go for Army. And Coach George Pasco will call his final timeout. We'll listen in.
Tulak natin dito yung receive. Dito. Okay? Ayun lang, iwa-hiwalay lang muna natin. Hindi, pag nagbalikan, dito, kung di kayo, iwan ka rito.
3 spikers sila, 3 spikers.
3 pa rin sila.
3 blockers sila.
Liwanag. So ngayon, good pass lang tayo. Pag kami pagkakataon, ano ka lang, huwag ka lang tatalon sa commit.
Well, Coach Pasco, as you heard, is aware of this setup by Army. We have 3 spikers in front. As you look at Royce Tubino, started today with 10 points, but she's sitting out this last segment.
Team Army sticking to this lineup on the floor. Let's see if this works.
Mika Reyes will finish it off. Mika Reyes, what a game today. 16 points, leading all 4 scorers who are in double digits for PLDT, and they secure their first win of the semifinals.
Of course, with the leadership of Rhea de Maculacan in this game, distributing her sets very well. Nabanggit nga natin of 4 double-digit scorers in today's game in only 3 sets, Eric. So that shows the mastery of Rhea de Maculacan and her team in today's semi-final game against the Army Lady Troopers.
And here's the confirmation of the 3-set win by the high-speed hitters. 25-22, 25-18, 25-21 against the Army Black Mamba Energy Drink Lady Troopers. PLDT goes up to 1-0 in the semifinals, while Army goes down to 0-1. Take a look at highlights from our best player of the game, Rhea de Maculacan.
That's Rhea de Maculacan with 24 excellent sets in just 3 sets. Eric, and of course, we have Alexis inside.
With our best player, Rhea de Maculacan. Alexis?
Yes, here with me is Rhea de Maculacan with 23 excellent sets. Rhea, ano yung pinakamalaking value na pinanghawakan nyo given your performance high and of course your great gameplays?
Siguro yung tiwala namin sa sarili namin and especially tiwala din namin sa isa't isa. Kasi kami-kami lang din yung maghuhugutan, so laban na talaga.
At kita natin yung bunga ng tiwala nyo sa isa't isa. And secondly, you started your semifinals with a sweep. How will this pump up your morale for the next 4 games?
Siyempre, high morale kami, pero dapat di mawala yung focus namin kasi madami pang games na darating and mas paghahandaan namin.
Yes, congratulations, D-Mac and the rest of the PLDT high-speed hitters. Expect more volleyball action in the Inara Stadium on Thursday.
All right, thank you, Alexis, and congratulations to Rhea de Maculacan and the rest of the PLDT high-speed hitters going 1-0 in this 5-game semi-final round. As we will now check highlights of set number 3 between PLDT and Army.
This set number 3 highlights, humabol na itong Army. Di sa bandang dulo, retired at 19 and 20 at one point. Pero that crucial risk taken of Team Army, it did not pay off. But of course, kudos to the adjustments of Team PLDT at that latter part of the final set. Nakita nila na gusto ng Team Army na magkaroon ng 3 strong blockers in front. Hindi sila nag-hesitate to attack those hits, those sets rather, from Rhea de Maculacan with intention and with power. And of course, they take this win away from Army in 3 straight sets. As we take a look at the final set statistics, attack points, look at that, Eric, 20 as opposed to only 13 of Army. Blocks, wala tayo for both teams. Service aces, 1 apiece. Opponent errors, 4 ang binigay ng Army, 7 ang binigay ng PLDT in that final set.
Again, PLDT with a lot more errors. Army controlling that, but they could not get their offense going, and that's why they lost in 3 straight sets. On Thursday, we're going to be at the Inara Center in Antipolo, where these Lady Troopers will take on the Creamline Cool Smashers at 2:30 in the afternoon. Meanwhile, at 5:30, we have the Signal HD Spikers taking on PLDT, who just won today against Army. That's all going to be at the Inara Center in Antipolo. Thank you to our director, Raul De Ocampo. For Alexis Tinsay, my partner, Ish Polvorosa, I'm Eric Tipan. Catch all of the semi-final action, the Invitational Conference, so the PVL right here on One Sports.